Hi everyone, it is your girl Jess with the stress, aka Jess, aka Calypso, whatever you want to call me. At this point, they're all three my names. I have just returned from Dreamcon 2026. I literally returned last night, damn near midnight, damn near midnight. I had to drop off my mom. She came with me, and then I drove myself home. It was a wonderful trip. I really appreciate everything she did for me. And I just want to give a 3-day recap just for people who are interested on the experience of coming, the do's and don'ts, like what was it like, and just stuff like that. I'm going to break it down into 3 days, the day one, day two, day three, because it is a lot to just say at once. So if you like what you see and want to see some more, please like, comment, and subscribe. I am so inspired to just do videos because after all of this, like being surrounded by people who are just like me, I have never been so pushed to do videos and to just really be myself. So yeah, let's get on this journey and let's talk about DreamCon. All right, so we're gonna start with day one, of course. I'm gonna give you the whole rundown of what we did and the ins and outs of the beginning of DreamCon. So we arrived in Houston on a Thursday, probably around 11:48 at our hotel. Checked in, got settled, ready. Our cosplays are ready already. So we get up, we go. The first day. So I'm pretty sure you've already seen it, but the first day at DreamCon, if you do not have your badge, you are going to be in line. This line, when we arrived, we were driving first. When we drove up to the line, we didn't believe that that was our line. We were like, okay, let me just, assess the situation. Because the first things first, we had to find a parking space. And the parking in Houston, I wasn't familiar with y'all's parking. It's kind of like Dallas. You pay. It is what it is. You pay. I didn't really factor that into my budget. I don't know why I didn't. My dumb self. But we had enough money, of course. We found the cheapest parking. You will have to walk. If you're not willing to pay $50 to $80 for the closest spot to the convention center, the George R. Brown, you're gonna walk, and that's fine because while we were waiting in line, when we eventually parked, we found one that was a parking garage. It was all day 42, so it was pretty good. Once we found the line and basically followed the crowd, it was okay. The line was not that bad. I'm gonna be completely honest. The line was not that bad. It was long and it was a little hot. But thanks to mom having like this, she had a dual industrial fan. So we were really pretty much chill, and the sun wasn't out at that time. It was really cloudy. Like it was like the sun was peekabooing behind the clouds. So we were honestly chill. There was nice breezes coming through, and it wasn't really that bad. We stood in line for, I want to say we arrived in line around 11:46. By the time we were halfway up the line when it started moving, it was 11:55. And of course, there's a line inside of a line. So once we got inside the building, once we crossed the thresholds and we got to the second part of the line to pick up the passes, which is either single day, weekend, yada yada, there's another line that you have to join. So we were in that line for about 11:30 ish. So at 10:56, I want to say like 11:30, and then 11:55 we got closer in line, and then I would say by 11:55 to noon, that's when we literally got our badges. Like got our badges, heading to another line to get into the convention center because you have to scan your badge. They let you go in and out, but you have to scan it. So yeah, once we got our badges after like 2 hours, by noon we were in there, and oh my gosh, y'all, Day one was a little overwhelming. It was a lot of people in there. I'm talking about black people as far as the eye can see. Like it was just a sea. And it was so overwhelming because I was like, oh my God, me and mom were strictly on the first floor only. The first floor is literally room after room after room. Well, I mean, two rooms because it's the exhibit, it's the registration exhibit, and then the gaming hall. And then there's this hallway on the outside where people just like chill. And then there's a second and the third floor. So me and mom on the first day, we spent on the first floor only because it was just so much to absorb. Like, I mean, the art. I mean, let me not get ahead of myself. So we walk in. The first thing you see is, of course, oh my God, a sea of black people, tons of cosplay, so much love. Really, really great art. That's really I really go to conventions for. I love, I guess, collecting original art by black creators. It's mostly black creators, and it's just a great thing to see. I mean, I of course I got some, and I right there on the couch. I still haven't unpacked it. Came home, I just laid everything down. I haven't unpacked anything yet. My suitcase and everything is still right there on the couch, as you can see. And I got the art right there that I'm gonna hang up probably after this video, and I'll make a video about it so y'all can see it. But yeah, we walked in. You see art. People got custom made jewelry, custom made jackets and shirts, like someone literally painted on it. I mean, you got swords. Oh my God, the swords were there. They had Dante's sword, Devil May Cry. They had One Piece. They had swords out online. I mean, you name it. They had Kratos swords. I mean, they had so many pocket knives. I mean, y'all, it was crazy. We were at that table for at least like 3 or 4 times. We kept going back and forth. But yeah, it's tons of art, tons of jewelry. I mean, once you make yourself through the crowd, I mean, the crowds weren't really that bad. As long as you keep moving. I mean, there are people, of course, that are stopping in front of you, trying to turn around. Everyone's trying to navigate. So I was being gracious because I didn't know what was going on. I was like, okay, they don't know. I don't know. Just let people pass. We're all trying to go somewhere. It wasn't that bad. I wouldn't say it was that bad. So going back to the first day. So after we got out of the exhibit hall, they had a artist center too, where just strictly just painting, and they had prints, custom made prints. I mean, it was beautiful. I mean, I'm gonna show a video of the art that I got. It was really, really, really great. So once we got past the first hall, the next hall I believe was the exhibit hall. If I remember correctly, the next hall was the exhibit hall. I think it was pretty much the same. A lot of art, a lot of people. Some people were selling like caffeinated drinks. There were samples. I mean, there was more custom-made jewelry pieces. There were people who were promoting their books, their own original comic books. It was mostly all of that. There was a remix, and I think in this hall there was a remix of a McDonald's. They were giving out free McDonald's. I think her name, and correct me if I'm wrong, of course, because it was a lot going on, y'all. But I think her name was Queen Bee. Not that Queen Bee, but it was another Queen Bee. I didn't get to see her because that line was always packed. It was packed all 3 days, so we did not get a sample of the free McDonald's, unfortunately. Like, her name was Queen Bee. She remixed McDonald's food, and it smelled so good. When I tell you, you walked in there and just it smelled like McDonald's, but also smelled like something else. Man, I did not get a look. I did not get a taste, but it smelled good. It looked good. You had to complete, in order to get in and get the free food, you had to complete 2 quests, I believe, inside this little perimeter that they had, like a little activity center. They had those too. Oh yeah, they had little games. People had like dice scrolling games. You could win like a free prize. So a lot of stalls and vendors had that. It was so cool. I did do a dice game. That was $5. I tried to win a free mat, gaming mouse mat. I saw one I really, really liked. And I was like, ooh, all I do gotta roll is a 7 and get it. Girl, I rolled a 6. I don't know how I rolled a 6, but I got, what did I get free? I have to show you. I think I got like a pack of cards, Dragon Ball Z cards, and I chose the one with Vegeta on. I have to show y'all what it is. But yeah, they had a lot of those, a lot of small activity centers you can do, little quests. In the meantime, you're looking at everyone's cosplay, and there were tons of different cosplays. I'm talking about people I didn't even know. I had to lock in. Some people were Jerome from Martin. Oh my God, when I saw that, I was freaking out. A lot of Chainsaw Man. There was a baby Chainsaw, the dog. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. Yeah, there were children there. There were little babies there. It was an enjoyable, family friendly thing. I will say some of the outfits, of course, there was some ass out. I had a little ass out. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but as long as you're cool. And it was crazy is everybody was cool. There was no I did hear there was a grabbing incident, but I only heard one. That was something else. But out of the whole, everyone was cool. Everyone was giving consent, asking, can I take your picture? Can I touch your costume? It was it was a respectable environment. And even my mom was complimenting the environment, she's like, oh my God, it's so chill here. No fights are breaking out. And She was saying stuff like that. I was like, yeah, we're a bunch of geeks. We ain't finna fight. What the heck? We're over here too busy geeking over each other's costumes and trying to do backflips and hyping over Spider. You know what I mean? It was really chill environment, and everyone was so friendly. Coming from a person who doesn't like new people and is nervous around new people, everyone was so friendly. Complimented your costume, you complimented theirs. It was just seriously a welcoming environment. And I just want to say before I go back to day two, it was just refreshing. It was really refreshing to be around people that understood you. There was no need to explain. There was no need to there was no need to just go any further. Like, they looked at you, you looked at them, instantly knew what the mood was. Like, we're staying in our character, we play along, we take pictures, we goof around, like, we met new people. I made so many new friends, y'all. I made friends with some of the vendors. Like, it's truly a welcoming environment. Like, to be around people who like the same thing as you and have the same passion and creativity, it almost felt like home. Like, I could literally walk up to anybody and just start up a conversation. I guarantee you they would have not, dismissed me. It was that type of environment. Everyone was cool. There were so many fine dudes. There were so many fine women. Both ways. It was like, dang, like, you like this? You know what I mean? Like, it was really an eye-opening situation, and I will be going to the next one. I'll be going to all of them. This was one of the best environments. I've been to conventions too. I go to the ones in Arlington mostly, and mostly the whole DFW area. But this one, I've never experienced anything like this. I'm glad I saved up for it, because this was a one in a lifetime experience for me. First time going. I really enjoyed myself. Shout out to everybody who was there. Shout out to everybody who talked to me. If I was in your picture, find me. Tag me, because I'm still looking. I took so many pictures with people. I did a Spider-Man collage. I can't find the pictures of that yet, so it's circulating somewhere. But if you see me, I was in a black. Had a little Venom stuff on my face. So tag me, please. But okay, let's go ahead and move on to day two, because after day one, we just did strictly first floor, and day two and day three, we did the second floor. All right. Day two at Dreamcon. So, day two was a lot better, because literally once you already have your badge, unlike day one, didn't even mention this, but on day one, when there was that huge line, there was a little bit of confusion. People with badges should have been in a different line. So we were all in one line for a little bit, then we had to split into a different line, and then that line for the badges was really long. So there's basically two giant lines in front of the front entrance. But on the second day, once you have your badge, you can just walk in. Like, that's it. You just scan and that's it. They have you in already. So day two and day three, there are no more lines. Yay! There's only lines for, like, to pick up your after party tickets and to pick up anything else you need. So other than that, once you have your badge, you're good to go. You're in and out. So day two, we found better parking. Oh my gosh. On day two, we were so blessed. We found better parking. We found parking there was a skywalk connected to the second floor. So you could just instantly, once you pass them doors, boom, you're right there. Like, you're already in, you can scan or whatever, but you're on the second floor already, and it's AC. We walked outside the first day. Mom was like, we could have walked in here. And I was like, yeah, the more you know. So day two, much easier. We came through a different entrance. It was less crowded. We got to see the second floor off rip. So that was pretty much our plan anyway. So we conquered the second floor. And to me, the second floor was mainly for collaborations, cosplay meetups, TikTokers, streamers. There were a lot of streamers, y'all. Oh my gosh. I saw people that I probably should have known, but I did not know. So unfortunately, yeah, I wasn't as hyped about that. The only person I was really hyped to see was Cree Summer, Jesse T, and Berleezy. That was it. And I couldn't really see them because every time I did a block, they took a break. They were meeting so many people, especially like Berleezy and Cree. Every time I did a block, y'all, the line never changed. I was like, Okay, but I'm fine with, I was staring at the side of Berlizzi's head, so shout out to Berlizzi's side of the face. That's why I was staring at. But he's so tall. People were saying he's tall in person. They were absolutely correct. He is a tall brother. But yeah, I got to see him. I didn't get to meet him, but I got to see him. I got to see Cree Summer. She is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love her. I wish I could have walked up, but that line would have just took all the time because we were trying to go in and out. We were trying to keep moving and circulating, but yeah, Jesse T was there. He's really cool. He was really hyped about someone's A Train cosplay. It was really cool to see that. But yeah, they had some very big names there, but I didn't get to see all of them because it was really overwhelming. But back to the second floor. So the second floor is mostly cosplay meetups, people doing questionnaires and stuff like that. It's a really long hallway, y'all. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It was less crowded than the first floor. I will say that. The second floor was definitely more movable. There was still a crowd, but you could move a lot more. Very nice cosplay. It's crazy. Each level has like different cosplays because it's a huge convention center, y'all. It's I don't even know how to explain it. It's huge. I didn't even realize how big it is. Like, it's rooms inside of rooms. Like, I'm telling y'all, it is huge. And when I tell you, you can miss people and not meet people because you're going on different floors, like, it's huge. There are tons of people in this building. Like, oh my gosh, there were so many cosplays on the second floor. I did not see the first day, or I didn't see the people, because I felt like I saw everyone the first day. I was like, dang. I did see some familiar faces on the second floor. We were like, hey. But yeah, second floor is just cosplay meetups, streaming, anime questions, questionnaires, stuff like that. It was really cool. But that was pretty much that floor. I did a couple of stuff, took some pictures, networked a little bit on that floor. Now, the third floor. So after we literally made it to the end of the second floor, which is just a long hallway full of rooms, program rooms, and events. Oh my God, they had so many events inside of the con. They had Pop the Balloon. They had I think Tahir and Patrick Cloud had a thing. It was a lot, y'all. It was you had to be on time. That time is of the essence. They start somewhat on time for these program rooms. Like, man, you better be in line waiting. But yeah, that was pretty much the second floor. The third floor was, I want to say, just a duplicate of the second. It was really the same thing: cosplay meetups, networking. There were some more vendors up there because when we got to the third floor, girl, it was like a whole new world. We were like whoa, like it was a lot. There were some vendors up there because the third floor is huge. The ceiling is freaking high, and there's just more. It feels like it just stretches on forever. There's tons of people up here, and there were some. I did not see all the vendors on the third floor. I believe there were a lot of food. I believe it was a lot of food vendors. I did not get food in the food court. I did not get food from some of the vendors. Just the lines, y'all, the lines. But I saw it. A lot of food. Oh my God, there was another stage to my left. I think that we were trying to find Pop the Balloon on the third floor at this point. But yeah, there was food courts. Yeah, there's food vendors, food courts. I mean, it was just, if you wanted food, the third floor was definitely the place to be. They had a whole cafeteria basically. But yeah, we went through the food court to find the program room, and on the outside of the food court, there's more rooms. And then there's a hallway full of doors with more rooms. I was like, if I would have came here by myself, y'all, I would have left. That would have been, it was too much. Because at one point, the hallways were getting so crowded. People were literally getting smushed on the side. And me and Mom were like, nah, we're leaving. Like, we were not going to get caught up in that. So we left. After that, unfortunately, we did not get into Pop the Balloon. But yeah, shout out to the people who did get into Pop the Balloon. I hope you had a good time. Me, unfortunately, that line was too much, so we bounced. But yeah, I think that was the second day, because the second floor and the third floor really wore us out, because we did not leave until like 7:42. It was definitely almost 8 o'clock by the time we left, because me and Mom have a short fuse. Like, our battery, like, we're cool, but once that battery gets like low, we're trying to head out. We're trying to get to the hotel room and go to sleep, because we had an after party that Saturday on the second day too. So, oh yeah, let me talk about the after party. So we bought tickets for the Saturday after party. On the second day, we came home. We rested because we were really tired. We got up around, I want to say 10 or 11, and was out by midnight. The party was still jumping at midnight, even though it ended at 2 a.m. Yeah, the party was still jumping. They was still people in there. We got a drink. It was really cool. I talked to people. I don't know about my mom, but I talk to people. She talks to people with me, but she lets me do my own thing. But yeah, it was a pretty cool party. I mean, I wouldn't say anything special or according to my mom, it wasn't the crowd for her. It was definitely a crowd full of youngsters, and she didn't know any of the songs except for one. They played "I Got Five on It," and that was the only song that she recognized. So that was cool. It was really cool. We got to see performances, and we did leave. No, we literally left when they were closing because we got there at midnight. We stayed the whole 2 hours. So yeah, we stayed the whole time. The drinks were pretty cool. I had some fruit punch, cranberry, gin, something, but I don't know what it was, but it told me up. So it was good. So after we left, everyone was in the parking lot, still networking, talking, just trying to, just chit chat with everybody. So you're walking and people are just, it's still a crowd and everybody's in cosplay still. So it was nighttime at this point. And as we were passing, there was a silent party, I think that's what it's called, where everyone has on headphones and you're like in this one place and everybody's listening to music, but you don't hear it out loud. It was like a silent disco party. So cool. I wish I would have signed up for that. I didn't know that was there. Like, it looked pretty hype and they were still going by the time we left. So that was kind of cool to see. And I got to meet someone on my way back to my car. He was really cool. He was telling me like how he traveled for this and how this was an amazing experience for him. So shout out to him for walking me to my car. Really gentleman. Chivalry is not dead, y'all. Now let's talk about the last day, the third and final day. Day 3, y'all. Woo. All right. Day 3. The very last day, y'all. So on day 3, Mom and I remember us entering the second floor because we really liked that entrance. That entrance with the skywalk and everything was great for pictures. I did take pictures and everything, but like everything that I've done, I posted on my pages. So follow me, like, comment on my pages, and see what I did at Dreamcon. But back to the story. So day 3, we were on the second floor. We were automatically there. We didn't really see much action on the last day. We arrived early and we left pretty much on time. So I don't know if like the later we would have stayed, more people, more cool people or whatever would have showed up. But we arrived pretty much on all 3 days, I want to say between like 10:40 every time to like 11 a.m. That's because our hotel was pretty close. So we lucked out. So we always got there between like basically before noon. We were always there before noon. But we entered the second floor the last day, and I was my Nanami cosplay. See all the cosplays I did? Follow me on Instagram. So I did Nanami cosplay. It was really cool. I got a lot of love off that. Shout out to the love on the Nanami. It was really cool. We were pretty much tired out of the second floor and the third floor after the second day because there really wasn't really much to do. We didn't want food because we were trying to go out to Houston restaurants to get food. We didn't want to get food. We wanted the whole Houston experience. We got food outside of the convention as well. So we did the second floor again, just for me to get some exposure in my cosplay. Mom was being really helpful with that, so shout out to her. Got a lot of pictures, got a lot of love. So we moved to the first floor then. Oh my God, I feel like the last day, in my opinion, was packed. Especially the first floor. Like it was still early, but the first floor and the last day was packed. I don't know if I'm tripping. I was like, this seems like more people here than it was the second and the first day. But be that as it may, if you don't know about conventions, because I've been to so many, not every time, but most of the time on the last day, things are going to be half off, on sale. We're gonna give you this for like 20. They're gonna give you a discount because it's the last day. They're trying to get rid of stuff. So the last day is always the best the best day to go, excuse me, because you are gonna get some discounts. If you, especially if you look cute and you rub them the right way, you won't get $20 off. So, but shout out to the artists for really doing that. So the last day was really good. I picked up some last minute art on sale. Oh my god, I was really lucked out with that. And I did some networking that last day. So good to always come the last day, close it out, finish the book. It was really good. But yeah, the last day was pretty much the same as the first. Got some love, networked, got some more art. We went to we explored the gaming hall more on the last day, because I was like, Mom, before we go, let's explore. Like, let's really do a block around the gaming hall. We haven't done. We went in and out the first 2 days. I mean, the first day. The second day we didn't go to the gaming hall, but the last day we decided to just do a little block. So my mom did a live on Facebook. So if you want to see the whole gaming hall, check out her video. It was cool. I wish I could have played. Everything was busy. The arcades, the Dragon Ball Z. They had the Xenoverse. The new game was out. Couldn't play that. And there were these computers in a row in the middle of the room, and I was trying to investigate, because you can ask people questions, but I went to the information desk, and tell me why the information desk didn't have no information. Yeah. But anyway, I figured it out myself. You need to bring a controller. I was like, okay, that makes sense, because they're not going to have controllers for people to take. Makes sense. So you have to bring a controller to play these games. So I was like, well, guess I'm be watching everybody play games. So I watch people play games. I think I watched a lot of Marvel Rivals. People were playing Marvel Rival on a big screen in the gaming hall. We watched that for a little bit. I explained Mom about that game because she didn't know nothing about Marvel Rivals. But yeah, there were a lot of games. There was a VR little session going on. Line was long for everything, y'all. I'm sorry. I was trying to get in and out, see what I need to see. It was my first go. I'm not trying to be in line all day. Yeah, I mean, it was cool. The arcade was cool. They had a little talk center over there, like a talking stage. I don't know if you could just go up and just grab the mic and say whatever you needed to say. I don't know what that was, but I heard someone say something about Love Island, the whole Sincere and Melanie thing. Some girl was going off about that, and I was like, you absolutely right. You right. He needs to leave. So there was a stage for that. And yeah, that was pretty much the gaming hall. It was pretty cool. I wish I would have brought a controller to play. I would definitely been whooping somebody's ass in Mario Kart. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But yeah, we did the gaming hall. We did the full experience of that. We went back through the art center. Just to do another lap, because when you're in cosplay, you gotta do laps. Let people see you. We did laps. Because I'm like, I wore this. Somebody gonna appreciate it. And I did get appreciated. So I appreciate it. So that was cool. We went back around. We went back to the front of the long hallway, because there are vendors out there too. On the last day, we were really just checking our bases. Going back, people were we bought, Mom went back to another vendor in, oh my gosh, I think was the exhibit hall or like an art center. He was selling Wu-Tang art, and Mom was a huge fan of Wu-Tang, so she came back just to get, she's like, please hold this. So we went back on the last day just to get that, and thank goodness he was there and he remembered us, and we had a whole little hoopla session. It was really cool. So shout out to him for the Wu-Tang art. But yeah, it was a pretty packed 3 days, y'all. I mean, I can't even explain it in full terms, but it was packed. I heard over 45,000 tickets were sold. Wow. And it's hard to believe that there were that many people there, because no, it's not, because it was 3 floors. All of them were packed, and not even counting the people that were in the rooms or for events or in line for stuff. Like, they weren't walking around. So I would say it was pretty accurate. 45,000 tickets, y'all. It's insane. Woo! But we did it. We conquered it. My take for my first time, absolutely enjoyed it. Hands down, 10 out of 10, the best experience I've had at the convention center. I mostly enjoyed it because of the people. It's nice, like I said, to be around people who like what you like, and you don't have to explain. Like, I can literally be myself, be so authentic. And it's just so refreshing. Like, I wish I could be around them all day. Like, I feel like we would all get along low key. Shout out to everybody who was at Dreamcon 2026. Shout out to the vendors. Shout out to the artists. Shout out to the the people who were working. Man, shout out to y'all. Y'all did y'all thing. It was organized. It was very organized. It could have been a lot worse considering how many lines, how many people, but y'all, they did a very good job, and I really compliment the way they did this. It was very good. I mean, it was clean. I mean, it was literally no issue. You could literally just go and be yourself and not worry about anything. I will say, calculate parking. If you're gonna go, please calculate parking, because that will cost you money. They will boot your car. Okay, it's Houston. They don't play. Good little recap. If you want to see more, please look on my social medias, my TikTok, my Facebook, my Instagram. My mom also posted stuff. She posted more lives. So if you want to see like the full videos, please, follow her and look at her videos. I just wanted to give a little recap because I was so like excited, y'all, and I just wanted to get this off my mind because Dreamcon was truly a one in a lifetime experience. I highly recommend everyone to experience this at least once in your life. I'm so serious. Like, dress up. That's one thing about this convention. Dress up. That's one thing about this convention. Dress up. Me and mom, well, mostly me, I'm not gonna say I was on my own ass about my cosplay, but I was really thinking about it. I was really like a little nervous, like, you just in your head about shit. And that was me about my cosplays. But when I got there, especially the first day, I was like, damn, you could really wear whatever you want. Like, it doesn't have to be anime, it doesn't have to be DC or Marvel related. It can be whatever you want. And as the culture, we watch the same things. Some black people, we watch the same thing. So if you're dressed, example, as like a Martin character, bro, 90% of the people in that building are gonna know who you are. You know what I mean? Like, you can do whatever you want. You can be funny, you can be goofy cosplay. Hell, people were just in costumes of chickens a lot, like a gorilla costume. Like, we saw it all. You can literally be whoever you want, and that was the refreshing part. I was like, next time, because I was like getting so many ideas. I'm like, next time, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Mom was doing the same thing. She's like, I can dress up. We can dress up like whoever you want, and no one is gonna bat an eye. Like, it's just like when you come out and you're like, huh. Like, you just kind of like loosen up and like, okay. Like, everyone's really comfortable, and it made me more comfortable. So that was really a good thing about this. Like, I felt like a little kid in a candy shop for real. But yeah, shout out to everybody who was giving consent out there. Shout out to everybody who was with the program and character. It was a really good time, and I highly recommend it for everybody. I will be attending more, so if you see me, do not be shy. Seriously, do not be shy to say hi, hug me, take a picture. I'm up for it, because at this point, this has made me more open to people, especially people who are in this realm. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm still hype on it. I'm still geeking. I'm still smiling. I'm still posting stuff, y'all. There's so much stuff to post. So, yeah, if you're interested and you want to go, I highly recommend it. Plan your trip. Plan ahead. Get your hotel room, and have a good time. And just be yourself authentically, because that's what we all came to do. But, yeah, shout out to Dreamcon 2026, y'all. We did it. But yeah, that's my little recap for Dreamcon 2026. If you like what you heard, like what you see, you mess with my vibe, please comment, like, subscribe for more videos in the future. I will be gaming more. I'll be branching out, trying new games soon. So yeah, look out for that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye. Woo. Dreamcon 2026. Man, 27 already loading. Let's get it.